This is the second video in my Treehouse build series. If you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch the first video that shows you how we built this platform. We're going to put the rest of the treehouse on this platform, so go watch that to see how it's done. Alright guys, so after I finished making this platform, I started to design the walls and the roof and the rest of the tree house. And I kind of had to change my mind. Looking at pictures and talking with my kids, they wanted a porch. So the subfloor that I put down, it'll be okay inside the tree house underneath the roof, but if I want a porch, this isn't going to be very good material. It's not the treated lumber, so I'm going to have to go back, and even though I've already put this down, I need to cut off a portion that is going to be the same width as a porch that they want. And instead of this subfloor, we'll go ahead and put down some decking. So kind of change of plans here, but we're just going to go with it. And so the first step I need to do is measure it out and then take my circular saw set to where the blade depth is just enough to cut the subfloor and not the boards underneath. That way we can unscrew that part, take it off, and put down some decking. So change of plans, but we're going to go with it. I finished designing the walls and the roof and all that for the tree house using CAD on my computer. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen right now. Go ahead and pause it, take a look at it, make some notes, do a screenshot, whatever you want to do. Just know that this is the design that I did for our tree house. Go ahead and take it, use things from it. Make it better if you want. Just make it for you. Make sure that you can decide that it's safe for your family and your kids. So use it at your own risk, I guess. So according to those plans you just saw, the distance, the width of my porch for this tree house is going to be 29.5 inches. So like I said earlier, I need to cut off the subfloor of that 29.5 inches so I can put down some decking. So this porch is going to have a nice little railing system that uses rope as kind of like a fence. So that will take 3 posts, one in the middle and one on each corner, and then it'll be connected back to the rest of the tree house. So first thing I need to do is get those posts installed at the corners in the middle. Now that I'm looking at it, I got the 2 braces for the whole platform is going to be where the posts need to go. So I'm going to have to temporarily disconnect those, slide them over a little bit so I can get the post in, and then I'll reconnect those to the post so it'll all be nice and solid together. I've already cut the posts in the garage. I've already got them ready. So let's go get them. It's starting to get dark. So I'm going to disconnect this beam that ties into the tree, slide it over to slide this post down in, get it all connected back together, and then that'll probably be it for tonight. All right, we just got one more in the middle to go. It should be an easier one. Let's get that one done before it gets dark. All right, we got one more post to go, this one in the middle. It needed to be right in the middle, which is where this board was for the floor. So I already cut out in my garage, I don't know if you can see it, the slot where it's going to slide down, if you can see that. It's going to slide right over top of this board. And then I'll secure it on both sides and make sure it's level, up and down. Whenever we're putting the railings on, we can make sure it's level this way. But I want to make sure right now that it's straight up and down on this axis, because there's no way, it's not going to be connected anything that way. So we got to get that right the first time here. All right, we got it where it needs to be. The level says it's good both ways. So let's get it in there. It's a little off that way, but we'll fix that because it'll be easy to move once we get the railing on. But this way, it's good. Let's keep it going. I'm not very good at this left-handed. Jeez. Good enough. Pretty solid. Got all three done. Now maybe tomorrow or the next day, whenever I can get back out here, we'll put the deck on, and then it's going to be time to build the walls and the roof. That's the fun part. All right, see you guys tomorrow. So I've got my porch posts put up. We did that yesterday, and now it's time to put down the composite decking to finish out the porch. These pieces of decking are going to be spaced about 3/8 of an inch apart. And then when I get to the posts, I'm going to have to cut out little slots on the last one to make sure that it fits around those posts. For the first board that's going to be closest to the rest of the treehouse, I need to make sure I leave enough room to slide down one of the cedar planks that's going to cover the outside. So I got to make sure that I leave that enough room to sit like that after the walls are built. So I'll use this as a spacer. And then for the 3/8 of an inch, I just have this piece of wood that's 3/8 of an inch wide. So I'll go ahead and use this as a spacer for the rest of the deck. Before I put the last 2 composite decking pieces down, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the slots where the posts go. I've already got them marked, so now I just have to drill holes and use my jigsaw to cut the little notches out so it'll slide across right here where the posts are. Well, those aren't the best cuts in the world, but it's just a tree house. Let's see if it works. Well, look at that. Slides right in where it needs to be. Perfect. Pretty happy with that. Now I just need to screw the last 2 on, and I'll be done with the decking. All right, the deck's done. Next is the walls. So the next step is to build the walls for the treehouse. I figured it would be a lot easier to build them here in the garage on a flat floor and then have someone help me just hoist them up, and then we'll tack them down to the floor, put them together, and have the 4 walls for the treehouse. And then we'll work on the roof. But for now, we're going to build the walls in the garage and then take them up to the treehouse. I'm just going by the plans that you saw earlier. I'm using 2.5-inch screws to connect all this together instead of nails, just to have it a little bit stronger. One wall down, 3 to go. I designed the corner of the walls where this beam will sit on the edge of one of the existing walls over there that I already built. And then I'll come in later and I'll put some corner bracing in to make sure it stays square and nice and strong. I'll do that after we install them up on the treehouse. Now the spacing on this one is different. I just wanted to evenly space out 4 boards. It's just a tree house. It's not too bad, and it worked out well with the spacing of the cedar fence planks that I'm going to put up on the outside. So I just evenly spaced these out. These aren't 16 centers. They're maybe 22, 23 centers, something like that. So just take a look at those plans I put up. So this top gets secured with the roof beams when I put it together. So temporarily, I'm just going to use this scrap piece of wood just to tie these together, so when I'm transporting it up there, it won't break and it won't move. And then when we get it in and get the roof beams where they need to be, I can take this off and it'll be just fine. So this will be a stand-in for the roof beams, just to make sure I got it in the right spot. There we go. Now we'll just temporarily secure it with this scrap piece of wood. If this scrap piece of wood will... There we go. Well, this scrap piece isn't strong enough actually to help me lift things without breaking. So I'm going to have to get a scrap 2x4 or something real quick. That's better. So this is the front wall. There'll be a door right here, so we only have less studs in this wall. Since the door will be in the middle, we don't have the middle stud. Just like the back wall, the top of this wall gets secured to the roof beams. So these are standing in for the roof beams, and then I'm going to temporarily place these braces across here until we get it put up and the roof beams in, and we can all tack it together, and then these can come off. All right, that's all 4 walls. I'm going to take them up to the treehouse, and we'll see if I can get some help to lift them up onto the platform.